Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, first matchup of Week 2, Season 13. Last week we basically waltzed through most of our matchups. We had one auto deploy, and that's pretty typical of a Week 1 matchup. Today, however, we've got a tough matchup. We have an opponent who builds a roster like I like to build a roster. So let me show you what I typically do. I've made videos about this in the past. In my methods video, I have a Grand Arena one on how I prep for matchups. But these days, I've gotten a little bit lazier about it. What I usually do, I'll hop in here, I'll click on my opponent's name, Heathen 13, I'll check the stats. I only look at one number. I want to look at this lifetime championship score and see how that compares to my number, and that tells me whether or not I need to take this seriously. This is all going to be relative to your own GP levels, and in this case, let me show you mine. He has one that is only slightly below my championship score, which means he's winning about the same rate that I am winning. And then when you look at his roster, he's got a very efficient roster, similar to how I build a roster, where it's not over-relicked, it's not over-geared, it's all the right characters, it's all the right Zetas, and he's got an edge on Zetas, a slight edge on mods. I really only have an edge with having Jedi Knight Luke and being a little bit of a deeper roster, but not by that much. We're pretty evenly matched. The last tough thing about what he did is I tried to look at his Grand Arena history. He changes up his defense pretty frequently, so I couldn't plan out my strategy based on what he does in the past. If he does the same thing and plans out his defenses looking at Grand Arena histories, he's going to have an easier time because I've been lazy lately and I haven't really been switching it up. So he will likely know what I have on my back wall versus him. I'm hoping to not see Gas or Darth Revan. I'm hoping he has saved them for offense, but I'm going through his history. Sometimes he throws them on defense. But here's what we're looking at. I've got a strategy planned out. So what I'm thinking here is Jedi Knight Revan against Grievous, Traya against Padme. Up here, this might change depending on what we find on the back wall, but we're going to try and mirror with CLS if we have to, if there's a worst case scenario of Gas and Darth Revan on the back wall, if there's some surprises there. Otherwise, we can use Gas or Darth Revan there. Then we've got a Jedi Knight Luke we'll probably bring up against Rey, and then we'll use like Palpatine or something up against this Dooku team. That is the plan. We're going to jump into his fleets. It looks like he tends to use both the Malevolence and Negotiator on offense. That might change, though, with this matchup. If he does hold to the pattern, I'll have a bit of an edge on fleets, but we'll see what happens. This might come down to banners. I'm expecting us to both full clear. We're going to jump in with that strategy and see what's on that back wall. I am going to save my Hermit Yoda, though. I think. It's not that scary of a Grievous team. We're going to save Hermit Yoda. We'll throw in... I think we'll give him Shakti. The Dispel, the little extra healing, a little bit of countering. Okay. I didn't notice Newt was here. I wasn't paying attention to that. This might become a mess. Newt definitely makes this a ton harder. We're going to work on B2 first, but come on, go down. Okay. It's fine. Yes. Just want to make sure Jolie always has a little bit of protection. Let's go back to Yoda. Let's make sure we have foresight. And we can just keep picking away at stacks, and we need to make sure we deal with, let me see here. We need to deal with Newt before before the extortion becomes too much of a problem. I'm more worried about losing Revan. See if we can land a stun. Perfect. Come on. Just slowly bring down a couple more of these stacks while we've got a shot. All right. I'm going to take out Newt. I don't know if that's the way to go. I don't have a ton of experience with the Newt version. All right. It's over. Okay. I need to study that one more and see if I should have marked Grievous instead, or if I just shouldn't have used Jedi Knight Revan. If I may have not used Jedi Knight Revan had I noticed Newt. Or I would have researched it before. Okay, what was I in? Treya is what I am doing here. But I do have a BB-8 on my Separatist, my Grievous team, to hopefully do a similar thing to him. Alright, what am I... Are you kidding me? Oh. All right, we'll see if we can at least get to an annihilate. I've been avoiding gearing up Treya forever. It may be time to reconsider that. Because I got Treya unlocked after the Treya meta. Alright, come on. Give me some good luck. Okay. We got it on the right characters. I'm going to hit Kenobi because I don't want anyone to trigger a taunt. Alright, normally I would take out Anakin if he wasn't stealth, or not even if he wasn't stealth, but because I'm going to lose, I'm just taking out Padme, so when I come in for the cleanup, it's no big deal. But what I mean is, in a different scenario where I hadn't lost characters, I would be going after Anakin, but right now, we're going to just deal with that. We at least have one problem solved. I'm going to try and avoid... That's too bad. Okay. We might get to another annihilate. No, we won't. Definitely not. Okay, that's... For this matchup starting off with disaster, that turned out much better than it could have been. Grievous is a little bit more of a problem, but I can clean up Anakin and Kenobi a lot more easily. Things just get a little sloppy when you have undergeared characters. Like, I'm still working with a Gear 12 Jedi Knight Revan. My Bastila was Gear 11. And then up against Padme, we had that Gear 11 Treya. It makes some of these counters a lot wonkier. Okay. How do we want to play this? I still want to save these other teams for the back wall, but we might not have the choice. You know what? I don't like how weak my first order team is. Just one big hit from Grievous could take him out. I wonder if I should try Moff Gideon. Alright, I'm going to think about this, pause and think about it so I'm not wasting time. Alright, we got a plan. We're going to use first order here. Not crazy about it, but I think we're going to have the speed we want from Hux. We've got stun, and we're also going to have some turn meter removal from Officer and Executioner. I wish I had paid attention to where Grievous's turn meter finished up at, because if the turn meter isn't in a good spot, this could go away. And depends on some cooldowns. But I think we will be okay with this. I would like a little bit more consistent turn meter removal. I was almost thinking Ewoks. Because Tebow with that nice turn meter removal on his basic it's real nice. Okay. Okay, this is what I want. Remove 50% turn meter. Perfect. Let's call in everybody. Stun them. And then remove more turn meter. We didn't get it. Can I... Do I go with a removal? Or do I go for Hux's AoE ability? I don't like where the rest of the turn meters are. But we're gonna do the removal. This might be a mistake. Back to Hux. Let's gain some turn meter. Try and remove more turn meter. Perfect. Let's keep the turn meter under control. Swap back to Officer so we can get back to Hux's mass assist. Okay. We were most likely not gonna use them anyway. We're just trying to avoid messing up the worst case scenario plan if we run into some problems on the back wall. This one here is a little trickier. And what I'm thinking is troopers. I'm thinking about Moff Gideon. I want to save Piet. I think I want ranged trooper a little bit more. Actually, do I want Veers? No, we're gonna do range. And then we bring in our attackers and our tank. And we should be able to go after Shock T and get the turn meter train going there a little bit and then focus down. I use Death Mark to take out whoever. Hopefully Anakin. But without Padme, I'm not as worried about Anakin. But I'm hoping Moff Gideon is strong enough. Alright. So first, does this do anything else? No, we're gonna go after Shock T. Everyone has leadership here, right? Did Anakin lose? I don't know. Remember if Anakin has one. I'm not as concerned about the days. It can't be resisted, though. I don't remember if Anakin has a leadership or not. He may have lost it in the rework. Okay, he probably still has one. Kenobi still has one. Why didn't he get the days? Alright, this... I wish I still had the... I'll put the armor shred on, that's not what I want. I'm worried now. I'm starting to get worried. We've got buff immunity there. Let's keep putting days on everybody. I still feel like Shaak Ti is my fastest route. Maybe Shaak Ti's not my fastest route to taking somebody out. Alright, we're just... Kenobi it is. Yeah, we'll just keep using this ability over and over again. Come on, Moff. Let's do it. Yes. You're doing it. This is all Gear 11 and Gear 10. Beautiful. Beautiful. Makes me very happy that cleanup worked. That's a 3-star Moff Gideon, Gear 11. Snow Trooper and Shore Trooper are at Gear 10. Alright. This is what I was concerned about. Darth Revan. Which, though, that makes his route more difficult on offense. And I'm not worried about Mon Mothma at all. Alright, so then the plan is going to be Gas here against Darth Revan. We will use Darth Revan against his CLS, and my CLS will just blow away their Mon Mothma. We just need him to slip up. And I need to beef the gear up on a few characters. But right now, I'm focusing on Relics and Mando stuff. And Jedi Master Luke. I don't want to get too distracted with other things. I just want the taunts to come off on their own. I don't want to go after Malik too much. See, I didn't want to go down. This could go bad. See, this is what I was telling you. This guy has good mods. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Alright, we're gonna go for Malik. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, okay. Alright. I don't like that. Oh, you know what I just realized I gotta do for my fleet arena? We're gonna do one fleet arena battle. Because those are my crystals. We don't have to climb too much today. I'm going to swap in the negotiator. Could pause and leave this out of the Grand Arena video, but I think I'm just going to show you my climb today. I get the offense down over on Hyena Bomber, then I spread some debuffs over here to Sunfac so that Malevolence, when they do their cleanse, will have a choice. Get the buff immunity over on Sunfac. See what Malevolence cleanses the Hyena Bomber, which that's fine. AoE. Since the target lock is here, I'm moving over to Sunfac to hit the target locks. Then back to Hyena Bomber, focus my attacks there. Bring in Plo to cleanse. Speed up the turn meter. Because target lock is here, I don't want Hyena Bomber to lose the taunt. Going to Sunfac. Now back to Hyena Bomber. I'm just focusing down on Hyena Bomber. Right now I'm running 6 stars on both Negotiator and Malevolence. I'm just building up enough credits until I have enough to 7-star either. 7-star Negotiator first. Because Foresight's here, I'm just going to cleanse that. Because I've got a Vulture Droid, I'm going to put the taunt there. Normally I wouldn't. Back to Sunfac, we'll do the AoE. Get another buff immunity there. I'm going to do the bombs instead of bringing in a reinforcement. When that's an option, I do it. It's not always an option. That's an RNG thing. I don't know why. I don't know what affects the cooldowns. I haven't bothered to learn. I don't have a choice, so I have to get rid of the taunt. But we're still focused on Hyena Bomber. Take out Sunfac. Now we bring in a reinforcement. The AoE I'm saving for Houndstooth, because I know a Houndstooth is coming. Because this is the lowest health enemy, I'm targeting the Vulture Droid so that, because it always hits whoever you target plus the lowest health. We'll take him out. Hit both. Saving this just in case. We might be able to take out the Falcon before he calls in a reinforcement. Yeah, no big deal. Now we can do it. Okay. Just a few more battles. We'll climb up to... As long as I'm playing during my climb, I get first. But lately I've been missing some days. But because of Queel and IG-11, we need to make sure that we get our crystals. I'm not happy about this. I mean, I probably should have went after HK. HK I definitely could have taken out. So I also need to relic my Arc Trooper, which I'm working on for territory battles, but I don't use him in Squad Arena because Ahsoka is good enough for a top 100 finish. And I can't get into the top 50 anymore because of all the GLs. Alright, we don't really have a choice. We're going to use Darth Revan here. My seal, I put my 3 Baka on defense, so I don't trust that my CLS will win a mirror. And he's got a Relic 5. We're not going to use my Malik. He's not going to win a mirror match. We'll see how my opponent does. I don't think he's going to have as much problem as me. And I knew I was going to miss my Sith Trooper because I brought him with Traya. Alright. Let's put fear everywhere. He's got guards, so we are going to hit... Well, first let's hit Commander Luke and put fear. Now we will go after Chewbacca. Oh, are you going to be a pain? Oh, he's got fear. Nice. We can use that ability. We've got the Zedon HK, so we're going to be able to just hit that over and over again. Let's get some lightning. Perfect. Oh, I still have CLS. Because of how this is working out. I have CLS. I'm not... Okay. Okay. He's down 2 good teams. He doesn't have his CLS or his Darth Revan. And not even 2. Or Padme or Grievous. Which means on offense he has Gas. He put his JTR. His Gas, Jedi Knight Revan, Traya. He's got Night Sisters. He's got Geos. His route is going to be a lot harder than my route. I need to claim this so I don't get distracted by it. Oh, wait a second. Target lock. I guess I could use IG88. My probe droid is nothing. I'm next Grand Arena. I'm probably gonna have to save like B1 and Grievous for offense. Okay, we're not worrying about any of that stuff today. Oh, I was thinking about CLS against Mon Mothma. We're not gonna. That's overkill. Let's. His Mon Mothma team isn't good enough to be scared of. Could we Jawas his? His is weak. No, he's got Chirrut. Chirrut will mess that up with the tenacity up. The thermals won't land. could... I'm thinking like IG-11 and Queel, even though mine are low star, they are geared up to gear 10. They have the Zetas. They do share a lot of health and stats. Or do I bring something else here? I guess how quickly... No. HK throws his bombs and I'll lose like 3 of them. Maybe if Cargo is around. No, that's not an option. I feel like I gotta use CLS here. Alright, we're gonna worry about these other 2 teams first. My plan was Jedi Knight Luke here. Do I still want to do that? It's kind of a wonky team. Let's bring in Ezra. These guys aren't that strong, but they're kind of a weak team themselves. I just wish I had another Jedi. This is what we're going with. Qui-Gon terrifies me. If only Mace didn't suck. Yeah. This is turning into a long one. All right. Slow everybody down and stun them. And get rid of the taunt. Let's just take out Dooku while he's stunned. Ability block everyone. Let's make sure Droideka can't do a big attack. Jedi Knight Luke is one of my next relics that I'm working on right now. Him and Django, actually. Why did I just need to use basics until this damage immunity is gone. Okay, here we go. Okay. See, the plan here was Pelp and Vader, but this team is not good. Pelp and Vader. I just wonder if they would be better for Malak. Or at least Mon Mothma. It just feels like way too much for this team. Especially when you look at the Resistance heroes here at Gear 9. If I still had the first order, I'd use them there. They would be useful. I could have used those Imperial troopers. Maybe this is where I use Mando. If I do a scoundrel team. There's no cargo though. Queel, IG-11. Bring in L3. The only reason I'm thinking IG-88 is for the target locks to make a little bit of progress toward that feat. We're getting a bunch of shared stats. You know what? We already dropped 3 battles. This is what we're gonna do, but I just remembered my fleet arena. I gotta keep doing the fleet arena. We are gonna keep making this a long Grand Arena video. We'll show you guys how I handle my climb. Next battle, we still keep the negotiator in. Nobody shares my payout, so we don't have to worry about it. Again, we put the offense down and the defense down. Put the breach here on Sunfac. And the damage immunity, or the buff immunity. Now we do the AoE. We got better luck this time, where target lock is on way more people. We can take out one of those Vulture droids. Just stay working on the Hyena Bomber. Again, we don't want to remove the buff, the taunt from Hyena Bomber, so we target Sunfac. Bring in Plo Koon, always the first choice to get rid of those buzz droids because they will take out the Houndstooth. And focus down the Hyena Bomber. I've got my 5-star Malevolence and Negotiator against 7-star Malevolence and Negotiator lowest viable teams video where I break these kinds of matchups down, which is why I recommend getting both ships and slow playing their development a little bit, because 5 stars is enough. Alright, and now we cleanse the Houndstooth to keep him alive. See, this is... Oh wait, no, next turn. Again, we don't want to remove the buffs. And see, this time we didn't get our bombs. So now we bring in a reinforcement. Now we do the bombs. Perfect. I think we can climb up to number 3 next battle. Yeah, and the next battle will switch to... Oh, wait, no, we're still in the Negotiator. I was hoping we would switch back and forth and I could show the other side. One thing you see in my squad or my fleet arena battles, I use Houndstooth, which I don't do in Grand Arena. Alright. We're doing it. Is this really dumb? This is dumb, isn't it? No, I don't know. I don't know the kits well enough to know if they can win. They're going to be tanky. The resistance heroes are so weak, the AoEs could probably take them out. You know what? Let's go over here. I'm going to bring Palpatine and Vader here. Bringing Piet. Oh, I gave away Shore Trooper. We'll use Stormtrooper then. You know what? You can have Veers. We'll get a little turn meter. Or mass assist. Yeah. I probably should have done Tarkin. Okay. AoE. Now we do the Merciless Massacre. I'm just gonna go around. Just keep going around. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Those other guys were like low gear. We're gonna do it. Perfect. Perfect. Why did I bring so many people? I say this every video. I still in my mind's eye feel like I have a Gear 12 Vader because I had a Gear 12 Vader for so long. I don't respect the power of a Relic Vader. Just match after match, he just blows people away. Alright, I'm feeling much more comfortable. I guess we're going to bring in R2. What else do we have to work with? You know what? We're bringing in Captain Han. His revive on occasion comes in handy. I think. Maybe not. Luke doesn't have his lightsaber. Let's remove the turn meter. I don't know what any of these abilities do. I forgot them all after the JKL event. I guess stun can... Are you resistant to stuns? I don't remember. Alright, big hit. Alright, not resistant to stuns. Do I need to auto this? You seem like you're going to take your time. And this is why we have Captain Han, so that he can heal and bring back R2 in case R2 dies, because I have a gear 11 R2 because I'm a stubborn player who doesn't want to gear him up, even though he's deserving of it, especially at relics. You got to do it anyway for Jedi Master Luke. What am I doing? We're hitting auto. So there's been a lot of overthinking this stream. I hope at least some of that was productive. It's resulted in a slow video. And this is a testament to my opponent's roster. A lot of the things that I get away with my roster against other opponents isn't working this time around. Because he doesn't have those like glaring weaknesses. And my weaknesses are popping up. What do we want here? We just got junk left. We have my own resistance. Should we mirror it? Because mine's better. Other than, oh wait, no, my BB-8's on defense. Still. Except the mods kind of suck on these guys, and this guy, my opponent, has good mods. You know what? We're either looking for some sort of comp where we use Wampa with, I don't know what, the older public aren't going to win. We can mirror with my own resistance. Or I've got the edge on gear, but I'm down a BB-8, and they've got an R2 boosting stats. We're going to do it. We're going to try out the scoundrels like we did in the 3v3, where they came through for me. And they were lower gear at the time. They were slightly higher. Maybe I want another bounty hunter. We're doing it. If we lose, we lose. Oh, I should have brought in Vandor. What am I doing? Yeah, we're gonna lose. I wish Mechanic Savvy was up for L3. That was kind of the point. At least give me some target locks. Alright, we are quitting. Yeah. That was a failed experiment. Land that buff immunity. Nice. AoE. Yeah, let's do a stun. Guess we don't need it. Oh, we gotta do another Fleet Arena battle. We'll do the Fleet Arena, then we'll wrap up here with the Finalizer. What do I opened that up and I was just like, what am I doing right now? I don't hit Finn Walker because he has a payout either somewhat around. But at this point, maybe we'll switch. Actually, you know what? I don't know who this guy is. This guy's new to the top 5. And I don't know when his payout is, so we're gonna just... We'll hit this guy. I was thinking about switching to the Negotiator and showing one of those battles, but I think we'll play it safe. A little worried that time. It doesn't really matter if you lose Houndstooth at this point. It makes it easier, but it's not required. Can we hit the Falcon? Oh, I love it when that happens. We're gonna try it. Nice. Okay. Okay, we can swap it up for the top battle after this. Alright, this is my best team left. How good is this? It's not bad. I was considering if we leave the Houndstooth out of it. Because I kind of need the Houndstooth to make the Finalizer or Holdo work. But I think this might go poorly without the Houndstooth. Because the Finalizer, his team's not... It's not bad. Yeah. Because the silencer is so fast. I knew he was going to go first. Let's pull some turn meter back. Yeah, let's just go after him. We might want to be doing something else, but... you know, I should have brought in some bounty hunters. I like bringing in the scimitar because with the retribution, it'll just keep buffs off of Houndstooth. But I think we need a... Okay, let's take him out. This team falls apart now. This Finalizer kind of needs to be maxed out, I feel like, to be effective. And I shouldn't have gone in with a full fleet. Alright, this is a bit sloppy, but I had a very good opponent. But he used up a lot of teams. Let's take a look at what he has left before we finish up my fleet arena. Like, he has a 501st team. They will do fine. He doesn't have Shock T, so he can't split them up. His bounty hunters he has, they're fine. They could handle some of my weaker stuff, but not my better stuff. Already looked at them. He doesn't have a Grievous, he doesn't have the C-3PO or R2 or Droidic or IG-100 or 3 Baka. The rest of the droids he aren't usable. He has Empire. But the Empire is shallow. He does not really have a usable troopers. So he has one Empire team. Ewoks he won't be using. He could use his First Order, but they're not going to beat my better teams. These guys were used on defense. He could use Geos on offense. We already looked at them. He'll have to use the Jedi Knight Revan. We already knew about that. His Night Sisters are fine. The Relic DACA really brings them up a level. He could use them in places. Old Republic, he's already cannibalized some of them, but they're likely not going to be used. He used his Rebels already. Used his Resistance. So what we're really looking at is Empire. Not even really Sith. I mean, he has Traya. So Sith would be just Traya. He has his JKR. He has his gas. He has bounty hunters. He has Night Sisters and Geos. So those are his best teams. Can he clear me with those teams? I didn't miss any, right? Thing is, he has to clear me with those teams because he gets shallow quick in comparison to me. If he slips up like I did, he's not... He's going to have a little bit more trouble, whereas I still had enough teams to be able to clean up a lot of my messes. And he saved his two best fleets, so he's going to be able to handle my... He's going to be able to handle my fleet defense. So here's my fleet defense. It's my negotiator fleet, and this is a very good Rebels fleet. I've got a good Biston's U-Wing. I went through the nightmare of gearing those guys up. And so here again, my front wall. So if I let me plot this out. Let me plot this out. On first order, he has first order. So he could do Geos up against my Night Sisters, but that's a wonky battle. Empire could handle it no problem. Let's look at the other one. So the way I'm expecting this to go, he's going to use Traya up against my bugs. So we got my bugs, we got my Grievous. He's going to use up his JKR against my Grievous. Maybe lose it, because BB-8 makes that a lot messier, but he has good Jedi. Hopefully they mess up. His Traya will handle my Geos no problem. And the back wall, he'll open up the back wall, he'll find my Padme and my Mon Mothma. The bounty hunters could handle Mon Mothma. He might need to do Jango Fett lead to do it. But I have a much better Mon Mothma team than he has. And I put 3 Baka there to make it even harder, because 3 Baka will revive with any other revive. We got the turn meter semi-loop with Scout, with POW. And we have a damage ramping with 3 Baka. Cara Dune can self-revive if she has potency, and Mon Mothma can do revives. So potentially that can be a tough out. He might not want to risk it. He might... So if he uses up his Traya and his JKR, he kind of needs... He either has to use his gas up against my Padme, or he has to use his Empire there. Really, either way, his Empire... He's got good mods. Like, you saw how my Vader just ripped through Mon Mothma. I mean, his Vader's probably going to rip through my Mon Mothma too. So he'll probably do gas against my Padme, Empire against Mon Mothma. And that leaves then my Night Sisters. My Bounty Hunters and my Newt team. But against those three teams, he has to beat them with Night Sisters, Geos, First Order, and Bounty Hunters. That's tougher. Like, I think he can get through these two walls without making a mistake. He has the ships to take out my ships without a mistake. Night Sisters can probably handle Newt. My Bounty Hunters are sneaky good. I think he beats me. He'd have to have the number of slip-ups that I had, which I don't think he's going to. What I need to do is figure out which team I'm demoting down to the defense. Like, I really need to take Darth Revan's CLS. One of them needs to go on defense. Alright, we're going to finish off the fleet arena. And then we are calling it. Okay, the version here with Ahsoka is much more of a problem. We might need to time this out. Alright. Let's see if we land a buff immunity. Perfect. Alright, I like to go with the AO... No, I'm gonna cleanse the days from the Vulture Droid so that I can do this and get hits on Houndstooth. I don't care about the retribution at this stage because the reinforcement's coming in. And this guy has a good... See, if you leave... if he had Clone Sergeant or another tank or whatever on his reinforcements, Plo wouldn't have come out. So he has... Or the Y-Wing. That's fine. This is likely a loss. In these situations, we like to bring out Spy early. It's not what I wanted. We're doing it. No, we're losing. The RNG was not on my side this... Oh, you kidding me? No, this is a loss. Alright, we're not getting first today. Because doing a refresh is going to be the same as staying at this at 3. Actually, we'll stick with it. I'm just expecting the taunt to come off, so I'm just ignoring that for now. Come on. Give me my thing. Yes. Except you all have your dumb revives. And why are you dodging? You don't do that this often. All right. I don't. Let's do an AoE. We haven't lost it yet. I'm not feeling good about it. Don't go after Soldier. That's over. RNG was not on my side. All right, we are wrapping it up there. We are in a likely banner loss with my opponent in Grand Arena. We are getting 3 today in Grand Arena. We are going to be working. Let me fix this. We need to put out week 3 of the new account. We're going to work on it now, but we'll probably put it out tomorrow. I am going to go for Beskar Mando on that new account since they moved Karga and Mando to easy nodes. So that was a huge surprise. I want to see what the lowest possible threshold it is to unlock those characters. And we are not going to be able to do that with main, so we are going to do that with the new account. And we'll see how long it takes me to farm up those characters. It's probably going to be a bit. But we will experiment with that. You know what? Actually, before we go, leave now if you want to play the event for yourself. But we will sneak in the first, at least tier. Well, I don't know how many stars we need for the other levels of the Mando event. But we'll put in the Mando event right now. I have not. Come on. Keep going to events. It's here in the journey guide. Yeah, so if you want to play this on your own, you feel free to leave. Thank you for watching. Otherwise, we are going to just put in a couple tiers of at least the first tier. I don't know what the star count we need for the other tiers, but we can do this one. Oh, yeah, these are 2-star level. 1 second, we are going to pull up some music. We got to the end of that. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's cool. We get to use the turret from that episode. I want that to feel stronger. That felt weak. Like this feels strong. I want like a recoil. Because in the show it was just like intense. Do we get a cutscene? This is very, very nice work, CG. That's what they needed to be doing every time. Okay, 3-star characters. We can do the second tier. Jawas. Is this Queel? No, it's just Mando? Okay. Queel we have at 4 stars. IG-11's at 3. So we actually might be able to get through a lot of this event. Because I have Cara Dune and Karga are already done. So we get the Mudhorn. Let's do the basic. I'm just expecting Baby Yoda's going to save me. Pull out the Vibroblade. The journey events are designed so much better. This is all CG needed to do with the Galactic Legends. The first two. The second two were better designed. The events, that is, not the characters. Okay. Yeah, I expect that we can probably get to like 4 or 5. Because Queel and IG-11 are probably not coming back until the final tier 2. You know what? We're turning off music. We can't play the game music, but we can just listen to the sound effects. Let's do the whistling birds. Okay. I went with that route because that's how the show was. Let's go for the weak ones. But these guys are so weak, it doesn't matter. My Mando's Gear 11 and everything. So with the new account, we're going to come back through this and do a lowest viable teams. And see what we can get away with. Let's do the birds again. It doesn't matter that at my gear level, like, they can't even hurt me. Let's bring up Baby Yoda. Next time we're going to have to do that on 1 speed. Do the birds again. I want to do this like at the minimum stars, minimum gear. And really try and feel this out. I'm surprised they let you play so much, because in the past you might be able to do the first tier, the second tier, but you're usually locked out pretty quick. Okay. Let's see if we can land some stuns. Birds. Ah, I did this wrong. You know, we're gonna retreat and do this again. Because I think we should do the proper usage of Mando. We do a basic. Now get into the prep. Now the AoE, because we'll get a bunch more stacks. Now we do the birds. That's how we do it. Okay. Don't need to know that. I'm going to save that. Let's go to 1 speed. Oh, we're going to get damage immunity now. I'm still saving that ability. What's this debuff? Spotted. Okay, so that's basically a marked. Still saving that. Now we get into the setup. AoE. Oh, I need to get back to 4. Okay. I'm not feeling any danger because of the gear levels. Okay, that's where we stop. Because I need Queel. So that unlock will happen at the end of the month. Or whenever in January after I get Queel and IG-11 farmed up. I think we got 11 or so shards on each of them. You need to be getting about 12 to 13 shards a day in order to unlock them to get them from 3 stars to 4 stars by the end of the month. But it's not like really that much of a rush since they go to nodes right after, but it's just a bit faster. So you should be doing really 2.2 refreshes of the Cantina nodes. So like you don't have to every day do the 200 refresh, but throw it in on occasion. So this has been a long one. For those of you who stuck around, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Maybe we'll take this last portion and just throw in an events video where we just cut out the playthrough of the first several tiers. But I think I'm going to go through the journey guide and play it with music on and read through the lore. But thank you for watching. We will have a new account week 3 video coming up. Be safe out there, everybody, and be excellent to each other. This has been Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.